So a few weeks ago, I posted a video on whether private practice is for you, and I also posted a follow-up video that was on how to start a private practice if you realize that you really want to go into private practice. And since I posted those two videos, I have been getting one question constantly from almost everybody who has reached out, and the question is, how do I get clients for my private practice? Because the biggest fear is that once you have your private practice open and it is operational and everything, if there are no clients coming in, then it means you're going to be running on negatives. Now that you're a business owner, things are very different from when you're employed and clients are coming to you through the organization. So yeah, the question has always been, how do I get clients for a private practice? And that is the question I will attempt to answer today. So the most common piece of advice that is given on this issue of getting clients is to advertise your business. But before you advertise your business, I want you to take a pause and do something else. And this something else is knowing your specialty, having a niche, and knowing your ideal clients. So let me explain that. If you don't know who your client is, then you will not be able to advertise to them effectively, because you'll be advertising to everyone, and everyone can't be your client, because first of all, you are not a therapist who serves everybody, because if you're serving everybody, you're serving nobody. So what I am essentially saying is, go back to the drawing board and figure out who is your ideal client. Know where to find them, know what they're looking for, and advertise to them directly. Stop trying to advertise to everybody, because everybody cannot be your client, and you're not a therapist who's trained to treat everything. You might be under the impression that you can work with everybody on the planet, but you can't, because being a general practitioner is a good thing, yes, but most of the clients are looking for somebody who treats their specific problem. Nobody wants to go to a general surgeon when they have a brain tumor. They want to go to a neurosurgeon. So that's how you need to be thinking about it. Not because a general surgeon is a bad person, but because a neurosurgeon knows exactly what to do when it comes to the brain, right? Think about finding your niche like that. The second thing that I would highly recommend is that you start marketing your practice very early on. Once you've created your social media accounts, even if you have not yet opened your office, it is okay for you to start creating content around the kind of work that you do, so that you can start creating a buzz about who you are and what you do, and people can start anticipating working with you, so that by the time you open your practice, they already know who you are. You've already created rapport with them. And I know as a counselor, you've heard this being said, creating rapport is one of the biggest things in therapy. So start creating rapport with your potential clients online, and you can do paid ads if you want to. You can do that on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Everywhere these days you can do paid ads, or you can do just regular content that is not paid for, and that is still okay. You will be able to start getting an audience. And something about creating content that I wanted to point out is, you have to be aware if you are going to be the one creating the content, or if you're going to pay somebody to create content for you, or you're going to use other people's content on your platform. So you need to be aware of those things, because content creation is a full-time job. There are many people who don't know this, but content creation is a full-time job. Those videos you see on the internet, those videos like these that you see on the internet, they take a lot of time to script, they take a lot of time to shoot, they take a lot of time to edit, and they take a lot of time to upload to the internet and to keep track of them and to engage with the community that gets to respond. All that is work. Content creation is a full-time job. So if you decide that you're going to become a content creator yourself, on top of you being the business owner and on top of you being the therapist in the business, remember that is work that you're adding for yourself. It's not a bad thing. It's just being aware that that is another role you're adding to your entire day. You're going to be doing these things by yourself. If you decide to hire somebody to create content, remember that that again is a full-time job. Do not have unrealistic expectations of them. Above and beyond that, if you decide that you are going to put content on social media, remember social media management is another full-time job. It is not just a hobby. People don't do these things just to chill. You might have to hire somebody to do social media management for you, but if you want, you can do it by yourself. If you're conversant with social media, it is okay. You can do social media management for yourself. So don't feel like you have to do everything, and also don't feel like you have to outsource everything. It is okay to work with what you can. So if you don't have a budget right now to pay somebody to do social media management for you, you can create time out of your schedule to ensure that you are on top of your social media, and you can create time to create content. You can create time in your schedule to do every single thing that is required. But always remember that all these things that you're doing are taking more time away from the time you should be spending with clients. So always have that at the back of your mind. Everything is an opportunity cost. Something else that you could consider doing is registering yourself or your business in a therapy directory. So for example, I know Therapy Root, and I will link that in the description box. Therapy Root is a place where you can register yourself as a therapist, and people can look for you and find you there. Some of them are free, like Therapy Root has a free option and it has a paid option. You can put your name and the things that you do in the free option if that is something that you want to do. If you want to go extra, you can pay for it. Either way, I think putting yourself and your services in a therapy directory is a good idea. It is a marketing strategy and it helps people find you when they're looking for you. So yeah, consider doing that. If you want to go old school, you may consider getting business cards or printing out flyers and leaving them at strategic places where people can find you. So for example, if you are again marketing to church goers, you can print flyers and take them to church, and when you go on Sunday you can leave them there. You can give the youth pastor, you can give organizers in the church, you can give them to people and they can know where to find you if they're looking for your services. Remember, you're not marketing to everybody, you're marketing to specific people. So put yourself in places where those people can easily find you. Something else that I highly recommend is that if you're a therapist, you need to learn to network. And beyond networking, you have to let people know the kind of work that you do. Because once people know the kind of work that you do, they can send referrals, they can send people your way. And think about it this way. If, for example, you are a therapist who works with students, you want to put yourself in a position where schools know you, head of schools know you. If there's a secondary school close to your business where you've opened your office, you need to go and introduce yourself to those people so that if they have any students that need therapy outside of the school, they can always send them your way. Think about it in that aspect. So think about the people you're marketing to and how can you put yourself in places where you can network with them as well. And yeah, that networking is what will get you clients beyond social media and everything. Remember that people knowing what you do is a good thing, and they will always have you at the top of their mind. And this will be now coupled with all the other things that you are doing. If you're on social media and they already follow you on social media, it's going to be easy for them to refer people to you because they already know the kind of work that you do. Network. Put yourself in positions where you can be easily found by the people that you're seeking to serve. That is the message. Last but definitely not least, I will highly encourage you to do really good work with your clients. Remember that word of mouth remains undefeated. The number of clients who are going to refer their friends and their family members to you is going to be determined by how well you work with these clients. Remember, at the end of the day, if you give good service, people will always want to come back and people will want to tell other people about your good service. Think about the number of times that you've had people say, when you're looking for a therapist, ask your friend who has been to therapy, or ask your colleague who has been to therapy, or ask a family member who has been to therapy. Because we are under the impression that they will refer us to somebody that did something good with them. And think about the number of times you have recommended somebody to somebody else because of the good work they have done with you. So treat your clients the same way. If you do good work with your clients, they are likely to recommend your work to somebody else. And that is how you get business from word of mouth. With those few points, let me know what works best for you and what you have tried out. Remember that you can always mix and match different strategies. You can pick out 1 or 2 or 3 points that I have mentioned. You can put them together and make something that works for you and go implement it. Try and see where it works and how well you can tweak it to fit your particular need. You don't have to do just one thing and then move on to the next one and then move on to another one. You can mix and match these things and find the best strategy. And if you have any questions, as always, you can send them through and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Beyond that, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope that you are doing well and you are enjoying this content. And if you are, consider subscribing and liking the video, and I will see you in the next video.